It was supposed to be an ordinary evening. The sun had already begun the houses, and the quiet neighborhood was settling into the calm rhythm of the night. Inside her home, Sarah was preparing dinner, all her two precious children, Amanda 8 and little Grace 6, played happily. Laughter filled the house. But within minutes, that laughter would turn into the most terrifying moment in Sarah's life.
Mommy, can we play in the sitting room, please?
Yes, but be careful, okay? What is that smell? Smoke!
Suddenly, a strange smell filled the air. Before Sarah could fully understand what was happening, flames burst from the back of the house. The fire spread like a hungry beast, swallowing curtains, furniture, and walls in seconds. "Emma! Grace!" she screamed. Her heart pounded violently as thick smoke filled the rooms. She ran through the house, coughing, calling their names over and over again, but the fire was growing stronger. The heat was unbearable, the smoke burned her eyes.
Emma, Grace, where are you? Kelsey! Help the fire!
Sarah, I'm here. We have to go.
Help the down!
Come on!
No, Sarah, you can't go in there. It's too dangerous. Let me go. My babies are inside.
Neighbors began shouting outside as the flames passed higher into the darkness. Someone grabbed Sarah from behind and dragged her out of the house, just as the window exploded in flames. She fell on the cold pavement, gasping for air, but then a horrifying thought struck her like lightning. Her children, Emma and Grace, were still inside. "My babies!" she screamed, trying to run back into the burning house. But two neighbors held her tightly. Sarah collapsed on the sidewalk, her entire body shaking. The house burned fiercely in front of her. Sirens wailed in the distance. People gathered. Some prayed, others cried, but Sarah had none of it. All she could see were the flames. All she could think about were her children trapped inside.
Save my children from the fire, please!
Ma'am, step back. Don't get them out.
Her heart shattered with every second that passed. "Save my children," Sarah screamed one more time. Minutes later, the fire trucks arrived. Firefighters rushed into the burning building, battling the flames with determination. Sarah sat frozen, tears streaming endlessly down her face. Her mind had already accepted the worst. Her babies were gone. When the fire was finally put out, a fire slowly walked toward her. His face looked heavy and serious. Sarah could barely breathe.
Ma'am, we're so sorry. We didn't find any of them.
Suddenly, a strange mob moved through the crowd. People began whispering. Some pointed toward the end of the street. Sarah slowly turned her head, and what she saw made her heart stop. Walking toward her, there was her neighbor, Mrs. Thompson, and beside her were two small figures holding her hands. Sarah blinked, her vision blurred with tears, but as they came closer, she saw their faces. Emma, Grace are alive? Her heart screamed with joy, but strangely, her body refused to move. She stood frozen, unable to breathe, unable to believe what she was seeing. The children broke free from Mrs. Thompson's hands and ran
Mama,
toward
we're safe.
her.
Don't cry.
But Sarah still stood there like a statue. Fear gripped her heart. What if this was some cruel illusion? What if she woke up and they were gone again? The little girl slowed down and looked up at her mother with uncertainty. "Mama?" she whispered softly. That single word shattered Sarah's paralysis. Like a dam breaking, Sarah cried out loudly and ran forward. She grabbed both children and pulled them into the tightest hug she had ever given in her life. They fell to the ground together, crying uncontrollably. The crowd around them erupted into cheers and tears. Even the fighters turned away, wiping their eyes. It was a miracle in the middle of disaster. Through her tears, Sarah heard Mrs. Thompson speak gently behind her. Sarah looked up, still holding her children tightly. Her voice trembled. Mrs. Thompson smiled warmly, tears shining in her eyes.
Sarah, thank God. They're safe now. Thank you, Mrs. Thompson. Thank you for saving my babies. I'm grateful. You would have done the same for me, Sarah. That's what neighbors are for. I stepped out to buy foodstuff. I saw them playing, so I had to rescue them. Bless you. I never knew you were inside with them. I also alarmed the firefighters before leaving. I didn't know the fire had already spread this bad. Thank you, Mrs. Thompson. This is a lesson to everyone. Be kind to people because you don't know who will rescue you when you need it.
That night, Sarah held her children closer than she ever had before. House was gone, everything inside had turned to ashes. But the most important things in her life were still alive in her arms, and that was more than enough. Thank you for always watching our stories. Please like, comment, share, and follow us for more entertaining and inspiring stories.